Welcome to another Excel tutorial. This tutorial we're going to look at deciding whether or not a sales bonus is going to be included in each of the quarterly sales. Now we worked out the total quarter here and the sales bonus is 200. But the sales bonus is going to be based on whether if the quarterly sales was above £1,000. Now we could just add this in because we can clearly see that these three are above £1,000, so they would deserve a bonus. However, if any of these sales figures changed, such as this dropped down to 100, we can see that Excel adjusts all the figures automatically. That's the benefit of using formulas and functions. If you don't add in the formulas and do them all by hand using a calculator, if for instance you were asked or a mistake was made, let's say food in quarter 3 wasn't £120, it was only £80, we can change the value and it will update the spreadsheet for us. Very, very useful tool when building these spreadsheets. So what we're going to do is we're going to apply a sales bonus if the total in that quarter was above £1,000. So what we'll do is we will add another row into here. So I'm going to click in here and I'm going to go to home and then I'm going to go to insert and I want to insert another row and I'm just going to add a column that just says bonus awarded. Now these are the 4 places where I want to add our bonus awarded. Now the formula that we're going to use here is an if statement. If statements let your spreadsheets decide whether or not to include a value in a cell or to include something else in a cell. It's a decision for this. Now, like with any formula and function, we always start with an equals sign. So equals. And the key word here is this if statement. So we're going to type if. And you can see the description checks whether a condition is met, returns one value if true, or another value if false. So that's the decision. So I'm going to double click on my if, as always. And the test, so what are we going to use to decide? Now this was based on if the total quarter was £1,000 above. So we're going to say that our total quarter, which is here, so we're going to pick this cell and the symbol to use for a greater than, going back to a bit of maths here, is our greater than symbol. There is a less than symbol, or there is an equals to symbol, but we're going to want to use the greater than symbol. So the value was 1,000, so we're going to do 1,000. Now this is the test. Now you can see here there's a comma, so this now wants us to put in a comma after our test, and now you can see that it's changed to our value if true, and the value if true is going to be our sales bonus. So we'll click on our sales bonus here. And you see, rather than a number, it pulls in the actual cell value itself, so J3. This is going to let us, if we ever change the sales bonus, we can just change it here and our spreadsheet will update everything for us. It's really important that we have this kind of structure to our spreadsheets. And the value if false, so another comma. The value of false, well, if I don't get the award bonus, it's going to be 0. So I'm just going to pop in 0 here. And then we're going to close the brackets. And then the enter key. Now it's 0. Well, it is 0 because the total quarterly was less than £1,000. So it's going to be 0. Now again, rather than going through all those complexities, we're just going to use our friendly tool here, the green box, and we're going to drag over our formula to all 4 quarters. Now we can quickly see, well, they're all 0. This doesn't make sense. These should be saying 200. The reason for this is, if we have a look at the formula, our first formula locates our bonus in J3. If we look at our second one, that's fine, C14, but now the bonus is in K3. Well, it's not in K3, it's in J3. Now the way we get Excel not to change this value is by using $signs before and after the letters. This makes sure that this value never ever changes regardless of where this formula is copied to. So if we try it now, enter key, and then we'll copy over this formula, and now we'll see it all updates itself. So using that if statement, if there's the logical test, there's our unchanging bonus value, so the cell J3, so there it is, J3, and 0 otherwise. Thank you for watching.